And there we go. We are live on YouTube. For those of y'all over on TikTok, we're live on YouTube talking AEW Dynamite tonight. Come slide through if you want to talk with us. I will be answering a few questions over here, but we are talking about AEW Dynamite and Dynamite only. What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all over on the YouTube as well? Another Dynamite just ended tonight. Pretty dang good show overall. If you got any comments, feel free to drop them right now. We're going to go through everything that happened tonight, recapping everything that happened, and giving any kind of predictions about anything that's going to happen in the future. For those of y'all, once again, over on TikTok, slide over to YouTube. I will be responding to y'all a lot more over there. I'm going to respond to y'all over here, though, with the first 5 minutes, and then it's going to be right over here on the YouTube. I will respond to both sides, obviously. But yeah, tonight was you think AEW is worth 1,000% AEW is worth watching. I don't understand. I mean, for me, AEW is an amazing show. I get some people are only tied to one show. That's up to you. Once I started branching out more, I definitely started appreciating just wrestling more in general. Like once I branched out to AEW, I really started appreciating stuff like New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, just a lot more because I didn't really have like as much of a as much as like a reason to really go check them out, you know, like I knew about Finn Balor being over there and Shinsuke being over there, so they kind of made me want to go check it out. But I didn't really check out other wrestlers. I just watched Shinsuke matches and Finn Balor matches, and like a little bit of I guess Prince Devitt at the time, like a little bit of Bullet Club stuff. So that's when I kind of got like acclimated with Kenny Omega, with I already knew Cody Rhodes. Who else led? Jay White and stuff like that. So I got a lot more acclimated with them, and then I kind of just kept checking it out more and more. I'm still not like a full New Japan head, you know. I'm not like super knowledgeable on New Japan, but I have seen a good amount of it, and I feel like branching out from WWE to AEW did allow me to do that and allowed me to appreciate a lot of other forms of wrestling other than just WWE style of things. I do want to eventually branch out to like the British stuff as well and see like the British style and all that, because like I think it's like a 2 out of 3 falls or something like that. So I really want to check out how that looks over there and just check out that whole scene, because I have started watching like a lot of like NXT UK, but I feel like that's not like the British style, at least more of it, you know, a more authentic British style. It's very obviously WWE-ish. So yeah, no, I definitely want to continue to branch out more and more and just see more forms of wrestling other than just a handful of forms. At least for me, I feel like it's a really good thing. Others, that's definitely up to y'all and what y'all want to do. Just me, I want to be able to branch out more and just be able to have a lot more knowledge on all different styles of wrestling. Like I eventually want to check out AJ Lee's old promotion, was like Women's of Wrestling or something like that. I eventually want to check that out as well. I don't know if she's still tied to it or not. That's why I said her old promotion. I think she actually did end up leaving the company. I think it was like a year or 2 ago, something like that. So I think she did end up leaving that company, but I know that was like something that she helped. I don't know if she helped start it up or she helped make it much bigger, one of the two. I eventually want to check out some CMLL stuff as well. Because of AEW, I started looking at a lot of Lucha Underground stuff, and there's a lot of good things there. What was that one Penta match? Or I guess Pentagon match. I hate calling him Penta, to be honest. I don't really like the name. I wish WWE would have just used Pentagon instead of Penta. Would have been a lot better. Especially because like the whole ties to like Pentagon Jr. and all that, and that Pentagon gets passed down. It gets passed down. It's very similar to like things like the Tribal Chief or the like the head of Bullet Club and stuff like that. So kind of wish they would have kept Pentagon, like the name Pentagon Jr., but maybe they couldn't keep it for legality reasons. I don't really know. But yeah, with that, let's go ahead and start talking about some stuff that happened tonight in AEW. We kicked off the night with a Will Ospreay Brian Cage match. As always, Will Ospreay, if he touches a ring, it's going to be, if it's not a 5-star, it's a 4.5+ star. This man is just absolutely phenomenal. He never looks like he's slowing down at all, which is crazy because this guy does wrestle a lot and he puts his body through a lot of stuff. So it is crazy to see that he never really slows down. I hope eventually that someone at AEW is able to kind of slow him down a bit, because I understand that he's very, very phenomenal to see. But we also want to keep this guy around for a good amount of time as well. You know, we don't want Will Ospreay to like not be able to like wrestle as well into like his 30s and like or his later 30s and his 40s and all that. We want to be able to see Will Ospreay at least until he's around 44, 45-ish, somewhere around there. Maybe that's me being a little selfish, but I would like to see just a tiny bit less of Will Ospreay, just so that, you know, we don't wear the guy out before he's even able to hit his prime, because right now he's only 31. That's really not even a prime to be, or like 30 or 31, one of the two. That's not even a prime, to be honest. Your prime is like your mid-30s, around there. So I would like to be able to see this guy be able to wrestle well into his, at least, or like well into his 40s. If he wants to continue to go until like he's 46, 47, hey, have a blast. 45 is fine for me, though. Brian Cage, though. Brian Cage, I got to give him props because he is just someone that continues to improve more and more. I know there's been like a few matches now where like I think when Brian Cage is against high level talent, he looks so phenomenal. When he's against lesser talent, though, he just doesn't look as great, in my opinion. I don't know what the reasoning for that is, but when he's maybe it's just being against guys like Kenny and Will, but heck, like even when he went against Swerve like earlier last year, he looks really, really good when he's against his high level talent. I wish he would find a way to like do that against the lower level talent as well, because even against somebody like Commander, he didn't really look the greatest against. So it's not really a thing of, oh, he's great against high flyers. I think he's just really great against high level talent. Like when he's going up against them, because I think like he just knows that, you know, they're very impactful for AEW, or they're very impactful for whatever promotion, that he wants to put on a show, that he almost feels pressured. But I feel like when he goes up against guys that aren't so high level, he doesn't feel that same pressure. And I wish, let me grab my water. I wish he would find a way to tap into that level when he, like, even when he's facing superstars. I feel like it would help him out a lot more. It would get him more into like title picture scenes, like the continental belt, the international belt. Not right now, obviously, because Takeshi's holding it. Like the TNT belt as well. I feel like it would get him there more, and people would want to see him more because he is extremely talented. After that, though, during the match, though, we did see that Don Callis had, told Will Ospreay, hey, yo, look at the screen right there. What's happening? Kenny gets attacked. And then after the match, Lance Archer attacks Will. Here comes Kenny. They fight them off. And then here comes Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita. I thought the new person was going to come out. I hope it's, I really hope it's not Trent. I know a lot of people said it is Trent. I hope it's MJF, to be honest. I'd rather see that than see Trent. Just like, I know that they're trying to really build up Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita. I feel like you need another superstar in that group, though, because the Don Callis family could be a really, really big group. They really, really could. And I just think that, like, Kyle Fletcher's not ready right now. And it's very apparent that he's just not ready for the big scene. You want him in a match, 1,000% he could do it. You want him in a promo, he can't do it yet. You want him to feed off or you want him to really play into the crowd, he cannot do that well yet. But someone like MJF definitely can. And I feel like MJF would be able to show him a lot of that, especially because, like, it's different learning from somebody when you're on the sideline versus when you're in the ring with them. Or I guess for me, learning on the sideline versus learning on the courts. Like when I played basketball, playing with people who were a lot better than me, it really helped me to develop a lot quicker. And I feel like for Kyle Fletcher, yeah, he could see MJF in the back and he could see him work in the crowd, but being there in the ring with them, standing next to him and all that, I think that would help him a lot more. And I think I just do a lot for MJF. I said he was a 3-time AEW champion. I don't know why I keep saying that. 1-time AEW champion. I forgot that his other belt's the dang Ring of Honor tag team belt, and I think there was another belt in there. But yeah, just being in there with someone like MJF, who was a very fast rising star, and someone who just like grasped a hold of that and just ran off with it because he's so dang good. And I think Kyle Fletcher can learn from that, because we don't know what the future holds for MJF in AEW. I think giving him this opportunity, Kyle Fletcher, if MJF does decide to leave, whatever he decides to do, whether it's go Hollywood, whether it's leave AEW and go to WWE because he just feels like it's much better for him over there, this will set AEW up with a super duper mega star in Kyle Fletcher, who already has the ring ability to do so. Now you're putting this guy, now you're potentially helping his mic skills get better, helping his crowd work get better. That's like, you have like the perfect wrestler. You have the perfect wrestler with him. And you have a lot of those kind of guys like Will, like Swerve, you have Tony, you have Mariah, you have a lot of them there. You even have Takeshita there, who I think is really phenomenal as well. And he gets better on the mic every single dang week. Not better on the mic. His English just gets better every single week. And I think that Kyle, with him being so young still, he's only like 26, you really could make him into one of your biggest stars in AEW. And I feel like they should take full advantage of that, and instead of going the Trent route just to add more power to the group, add some superstardom to the group. And it does a lot for MJF as well, because you're putting him in a big storyline, potentially going to put the AEW World Championship back on him if you put him with the Don Callis family, because we know with Don Callis, when he gets with somebody, we've seen it with MJF, we've seen it with Takeshita, we've seen it with Will, they get a lot of gold on them. So I think putting MJF there, that's going to make him want to stay more. I think that would do a lot for him, because he'd be like, okay, I got the longest reigning AEW World Championship run. Then I was in a really big group in the Don Callis family, and I got another AEW Championship run. Maybe even like if Darby does dethrone Moxley, maybe you have MJF potentially dethrone Darby like real quick. And he really looks at it like, dang, I was able to throw in one of the company's biggest guys, the big old hero and all that. So maybe that really does make him want to stay there. That's just kind of like how I would look at it. I just wouldn't go the Trent route, in my opinion. I keep looking down because like I don't know why, but like I always be messing with my little bracelet thing, so I keep trying to like get on like the exact one. It's the autism, man. I keep trying to get like on like the exact dark purple one and all that, and it's just the autism. But yeah, no, it's just, I think that would do wonders for MJF. I think it'd do wonders for the Don Callis family, because they could be a really big group. You want to have two big factions, and I feel like the Hurt Syndicate, if they get Ricochet, just right now they're not going to be a top faction, and that's fine. They could be a top mid-tier faction, and then maybe next year they're a top faction, and then you could have the Don Callis family up top, and I think that's best right there. Speaking of Ricochet, though, or I guess someone connected to Ricochet, the first big segment of the night after the first big match was Paige was looking for Swerve. And I thought this was very interesting, because obviously we know the history with Paige and Swerve, and we know that, this is a very deep hatred for each other, or at least from Swerve's side, because it looks like after the Christopher Daniels stuff that Paige is kind of turning a leaf, but not only is he turning a leaf, he's going to start fighting on the good side. I think he's going to be one of those guys that we see. I think it'll be Street Profits, Malachi Black, and Jade. But I like the scenario with Ethan Page you said. Thank you. I appreciate that, Glee. I think with Hangman Adam Page, he's going to be one of the guys that we see gets in there with the Jay Whites and potentially a Swerve and potentially Will, Darby, and they're going to be the ones that go against the Death Riders. Or at least it's going to be, let's see, Will, Swerve, Darby, Jay White. There's 4 right there. It's 4-on-4. Maybe Death Riders get one more person. Who knows? But I think he's gonna try to be in that whole little thing, or potentially Paige is gonna try to not make or try to help Swerve not go to that dark side that he knows Swerve can go to, because maybe he's gonna try to be like the in a weird way, because I don't think Paige is the greatest guy to give you calming advice, but he's gonna try to like calm Swerve's mind a bit so that he doesn't go to that dark place, because he knows that if he does, Swerve is going to do some damage to one Ricochet. It's going to be over for Ricochet. So yeah, I also think there is the potential though that because Darby Allin is so dang focused on Mount Everest that maybe they are swerving from that whole thing, no pun intended, and maybe they will go with Hangman Adam Page, Jay White, Swerve, and Will Ospreay to go against the Death Riders. I think I could see that happening instead if they did swerve off that whole Darby Allin stuff, which I'm not mad at, by the way, because Darby's kind of just doing whatever right now. He's kind of just being off the rock, and not the final boss. So yeah, no, I'm not too mad at it. If this is the way you want to go, it does kind of, in a sense, it kind of ends the the Swerve Hangman Adam Page stuff, which I think does need to be ended. You know, it needs a proper closing. I mean, the match at All Out, was it All Out? Yeah, the match at All Out definitely was a closing, but I think that closing just leaves a lot of openings. I think it leaves too many openings, potentially for this feud to go for years, and maybe you don't want that. Maybe you want, I don't know, maybe you just don't want Swerve and Page to be always being a possibility to feud for years. I mean, they're going to give you great matches, so there's that. But maybe you want to close that off so you know you can at least salvage the Death Rider storyline and have this 4-on-4 and stuff. Maybe that's what you want to have instead of having, you know, having to wait on Darby Allin, because who knows what the heck's going to go on with that, and he might get injured again. Maybe you want to just close this off within like the next few months, like the next like month or two or something like that. Maybe you want to close it off at Revolution. Maybe you want to close it off at whatever the next big pay-per-view after that is. I forgot exactly what it is. Maybe you want to do that instead, and then, you know, you can move on from there. And I mean, the Death Rider storyline started great. The World End stuff kind of ruined it, in my opinion. That match was just very, very short. And I mean, after that, it was Hobbs. It was somebody else. I can't remember who. And there was also something else that happened in there. But maybe you just want to close it off there. I don't know. That was interesting, though, to see that Page was looking for Swerve. I mean, like I said, we know their history, but he didn't look mad, though. That's the thing. Like, he looked very chill. He looked very chill, so it's like, or not, I guess not chill, but like he looked very, he looked like he wanted to mend fences with Swerve. I don't know how to explain that facial expression that he had, but like, it didn't look like somebody that was on the hunt. It looked like somebody that was, I guess you can kind of say, lost in a sense. So yeah, and then we got a face-off between MJF and Page, which I thought was interesting. I thought that was very, very interesting because, you know, maybe that means they're potentially alluding to if Page is the one to dethrone Moxley, which is very possible because you know, Moxley and Page have a lot of history between each other. That maybe MJF is one of the first big opponents. Maybe he is. Maybe MJF dethrones Hangman Adam Page. I don't know. I feel like Page is like AEW's Cody Rhodes in a sense, that he, or I guess Cody, that he's one of like their guy, that he is the guy that they want to have up top at some point within the next year or two. They've had it before and everybody absolutely loved it, and maybe they want to run that back again because of how over because of how over Page is. Maybe that's what they want to do. I'm not too mad at it in a sense. I'm not too mad at it. But I feel like you gotta really gotta explain a lot of things about how he gonna be a good guy after burning somebody's childhood home down, puncturing them with a syringe, and then hitting them over the head with a chair. Really, really gotta explain that whole thing, man, because oh my God, I don't know if you can be a good guy after doing all that. I mean, then again, Swerve is a good guy though, so I don't know how the hell Swerve or Hangman Adam Page are allowed to be good guys. I'm going to be real with you. But both of these guys are absolute villains. One guy pulled up on somebody's kid, and the other guy burned somebody's house down. Man, put both of these guys behind bars. Put both of them behind bars, man. I'm tired of both of these damn criminals. Get these damn criminals off the street. Hey, what did Ricochet say that he not a hoodlum? Yeah, get these damn hoodlums out of here, bruh. I'm rocking with Ricochet, man. Maybe he's the real good guy in all of this. But after this, though, we had a second segment, which was Powerhouse Hobbs addresses Big Bill. I don't really care too much for this feud. I'm gonna be real with you. There's just too much weird shit with Big Bill going after a black guy. I don't really like that. I don't know. Big Bill got a lot of weird things around here. But I also just don't like the feud because it's like, it's just I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I never cared about Big Bill, Big Taz, Big whatever, man. I never cared about him. I want to see more Brian Keaton. He funny. He funny as hell. I'm tired of seeing Big Bill, bro. Let me get more Brian Keith. Let him go after somebody, man. He reminds me so much of Mr. T. That's why. Man, that's why I like him so much. But I'm tired of Big Bill, bro. Because every time I see Big Bill, I just know that Chris Jericho's still around somewhere and he ain't retired yet, man. But Big Bill, though, speaking of Jericho and Big Bill keep looking at Jericho, and I think he's going to go after him eventually. He's probably going to get the Ring of Honor championship from him. I'm going to be sick to my stomach because that means I got to see more Big Bill. I'd rather be Brian Keith getting the damn belt than Big Bill, man. His name's stupid, too. Big Bill. Big Bill, bro. I'm tired of that dumbass name, bro. But after that, though, you know, we got another... tired of seeing all these old folk, man. We got Jeff Jarrett, got Double J versus Claudio. Pretty good match overall. You know, it wasn't a bad match by any means. Jeff Jarrett definitely still can go. He's still got a whole lot left in the tank. I don't know how old Jeff Jarrett is, but this guy can apparently still wrestle at a pretty damn high level for, what, a mid-60s? So, you know, he's still really dang good, man. I hope he gets some kind of gold this year. You know, maybe he'll get the Ring of Honor title and then lose it to somebody. I wouldn't mind that. I don't think he needs to get anywhere near any one of the AEW titles. If he gets the Ring of Honor one, I am happy. At least it's not on Chris Jericho. And I know that he'll retire. So that's fine. During this match, though, I think all of us could have guessed it was going to happen. I'm kind of glad it happened, too. We had Yuta Wheeler and we had Moxley come out. They attacked Jeff Jarrett, meaning Jeff Jarrett will not get a match at Grand Slam versus Moxley. I'm kind of interested to see who's going to get the match. I think it's going to be Jay White. I mean, it's all signs are pointing towards Jay White, but I guess to skip ahead a little bit to the Jay White match, Jay White and Wheeler Yuta had a match where Jay White won, but then here comes Rated FTR. So I don't really know what the heck is going on. I don't know if it's going to be Jay White. I don't know if it's going to be Cope. I don't know who it's going to be. And you're probably not going to go another triple. Like, you're not going to go a triple threat. We don't need that. And if you do that, then you kind of create like a little bit of issue between Jay White and Cope, I feel. Because not like an issue, but I guess like they're going to go at each other. So you don't really want that because it's the same thing as the World's End match unless you want to just make up for the World's End match. But I don't think you're making up for the World's End match with this match, in my opinion. Rumor is Wardlow and WWE are in talks at the end of his contract. I don't know what they're going to do with Wardlow, to be honest. I couldn't see them doing much. He's just a really big guy. I'm sorry. I'm going to be real with you. Maybe I sound like a hater. The super big buff dudes, I just don't care for. Like the super big buff dudes who are clearly on steroids, yeah, I just don't care for at all. Never found them interesting. I mean, like he can go to NXT and be like a really big guy, but my only issue with that is goes to NXT or WWE and does what? Goes to NXT, he runs into Obafemi. He's not beating Obafemi. Goes to WWE, like the main roster, who's he going to run into? Braun Breaker? Not doing shit against him. Gunther? Not doing shit against him. Like, what are you going to... Like, I don't really know what Wardlow does on that roster. I would like to see Wardlow go to TNA or go to Ring of Honor and kind of build a bit more of a name for himself and really build himself as like a dominant kind of guy before I really see him go to like either like see him come back to AEW or go to WWE. I think he gets lost in the sauce. To be honest. Would have to perform heavy in WWE. Yeah, it's just I don't think it would work in WWE. Somebody on TikTok said that he'd have to perform heavy. I don't see it. I think Wardlow's time has passed. North American title run. But then you're just kind of doing Obafemi part 2. And I guess, that's not bad, but how many times are you going to shuffle out a big guy? Like, I think at some point we got to stop this, man. And also, if WWE gets Wardlow and they put him in a position of, like, championship, I don't want to, it's going to be Vince McMahon 2.0. Like, Triple H is just in love with big, meaty dudes. Like, yeah, no, we can't get that. I'm going to be real with y'all. Oh, yeah, and then MJF came out. Going back to the Jeff Jarrett-Claudio match. MJF came out, punched Jeff Jarrett with the Dynamite Diamond ring. That was a really good thing to see. I was absolutely happy about that. You know, just punching old people is always a great thing in this world, man. Sometimes you got to just punch a few old folk in the face. You know, you got to really just got to just let them know, hey, man, time's passed. Got to go, buddy. Got to get the on out of here. But, you know, MJF respects his elders, though. He said, hey, I respect my elders. I ain't going to say I told you so, but I told you so. I mean, he ain't say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. So it's kind of interesting to see where that feud's going to go. Water break real quick. So it's kind of interesting to see where that whole thing's going to go. I don't know if this is gonna. I hope this kind of means that the beginning of the end for MJF and Jeff Jarrett, kind of just in that feud. They want to put Jeff Jarrett in a lot of big things this year, though, because it is his final year. He is like a wrestling great. I don't want to say really wrestling legend. Can't really just call everybody a damn legend like WWE does. Man, they be calling everybody a legend. I think they called Natalia a legend at one point. Legend in what? In what? Oh, brother, man. I ain't calling everybody a legend, man. I might be a WWE fan, but I'm not getting with the program. Speaking of the program, though, we got a third segment. Mr. I freaking love the laugh, man. Oh, the laugh is growing on me. I'm mad he didn't do it this week, though. He ain't do it this week, man. I was hurt. Oh, man. He went, ha. No. He went, ha. I was like, damn, bro, you wheezing? Oh my, I didn't know I was watching Pokemon. My goodness, man. Oh, but Ricochet had a little interview with Renee. Shout out to Ricochet, man. You know, he's getting a lot better, man. He's getting a lot better on the mic. I think this heel role is really helping him. He's kind of allowed to be himself a bit more. He said he's going to address his issues with Swerve, and I think this is issues in general with Renee Paquette on Collision. And funny enough, I was trying to find a thumbnail for this, and I seen a lot of pages saying that this Dynamite kind of just felt like filler for Collision, which I'm glad. We kind of need to we can't forget about Collision. It's your second big show. It's you know, you have 2 shows a week. You can't forget about Collision because like when somebody, I seen a comment on Instagram the other day, and someone said, "Why do people not want to watch Collision? Why do you guys act like it's just a filler show?" It's because 99% of the time it is a damn filler show. If we're gonna be real, 99% of the time it is a filler show. It always just has like random matches on there that just feel like a lot of like the low tier guys, and I'm no problem with that. I like seeing the low tier and mid carders sometimes, but they don't even be the good ones. It be the boring ones. It be the ones that used to be on AEW Rampage or AEW Dark. So it's like seeing that, you know, we're gonna get I think Tony Storm is going to be there this Collision. Ricochet is going to be addressing stuff. We're going to get Death Riders and all that. Going to get Jon Moxley in a match. So these are things that are good to see on Collision. You need to make both shows interesting, especially if you're going to play into, you know, Collision being like the continuation of Dynamite. Although, and there's a TNT Championship match, which I would love to see. I think I said it on the last live, or I might have just, I don't know where I said it at. I would love to see the TNT Championship become the top belt on Collision. Which does mean you probably don't want Moxley to be there, any of your champions. But I would just, well, no, you want them there. But I want to see the TNT Championship get treated better on the TNT show Collision. I want to see it be there every single week. I want to see, Daniel Garcia in matches. I want to see him in promos. I want to see the TNT Championship just showing off so much to where like you really feel like it's the biggest belt on Collision. That way more people want to get like or go after it. I think they should do that with the TNT belt. And right now is the perfect time to have like a TNT Open. I mean, Adam Copeland did it. I don't know why Daniel Garcia can't do it. He's a face. Isn't that what faces do? Don't they just say, hey, yo, U.S. Open? Or, I mean, not U.S. Open. TNT Open, everybody. Everybody, you guys are all able to come on through. Fight me one-on-one. Come on. Put them up. Like, ain't that what good guys do? I don't know. Just do something with that damn belt, man. Because this guy, Daniel Garcia, he be in a match once every other blue moon. I'm cool off him. I'm getting real cool off of Daniel Garcia, man. I want Adam Cole to get that damn belt and do wonders with it because Daniel Garcia, he's cool, but he should have been in Private Party. He should have been in Private Party, in my opinion. Ricochet said that he's not a hoodlum. Yeah, Ricochet said he's not a hoodlum. He had to let all of us know that, you know, although he is a black man, he's not a hoodlum. You know, they be calling us hoodlums a lot. He's not that. He's a very well-esteemed gentleman, okay? And we're going to treat Ricochet as such. I know he goes around with golden scissors and try to stab folk and all that. Well, he did stab folk and he tried to kill 2 folk, but he's not a hoodlum, all right? You got to respect this man. You got to really put some respect on Ricochet's name before he come in there and, you know, he goes, ha-ha! Ricochet going to try to kill somebody. He ain't going to do that dumbass laugh. Imagine you getting killed by Ricochet. That dumbass laugh is the last thing you gotta hear. Oh man, Oh man, I be hoping a bird came by and just cawed or something, bro, or some kid came by screaming, because ain't no way I want to hear Ricochet laugh. Be my last final thing I gotta hear, bro. I'm gonna go outside, bro. Oh my gosh, I was about to try to use my freaking mouse to roll down my iPad. Speaking of Ricochet, which I said I want to call him Shay. We're calling that man Shay. I forgot about that. It's not Ricochet anymore. It's Shay. You know, good old Shay, the well-esteemed gentleman Shay had a pretty good match against AR Fox, to which you know, he won. He won, did his little dumbass spirit gun again. Boy, think he's Yusuke. I don't know when the hell he started doing that move, but all right. And then you know, he's about to what was he about to do to Fox? I think he's going to get like another one of them damn spirit guns. Yeah, I think he's going to get another spirit gun. And here comes Swerve with a big-ass chain. Because this guy, Swerve Strickland, always got a big-ass chain for some reason. What's good with you, Jeremy? Oh, wait, is Jeremy? Oh, Jimmy. Wait. Oh, no, Journey. The stupid R, the damn R and the N look alike. What was happening in your live earlier? Oh, that's some BS. I really don't feel like talking about that again. What was I saying? Yeah, nah, Ricochet. Oh no, Swerve. This damn big ass chain. I don't know what the hell he uses this chain for. Dude got a big ass chain that he always carrying around for some reason. I don't know what he does with it. I don't know. But then again, John Cena had a big chain too, and he always carried it around. I don't know what he did with that chain either. But yeah, he had that big old chain again that he tried to beat up Shay with. Tried to beat up Shay with. And then Shay apparently, you know, was about to get another body because he was gonna use AR Fox as a hostage. And I was like, wow, okay, we're just gonna be, you know, I mean, I think this is very criminal activity, but maybe it's not. Maybe, you know, maybe fine young, well-esteemed gentlemen do this. Maybe they use people as hostages. So yeah, you know, that happened. Shay walked out leading up to their match next week in Atlanta, AEW Dynamite. I wish it was on Grand Slam, but maybe we're setting up for something else. I don't know. We still got like a whole week though. Wait, what's this? Yeah. Oh wait, we have like a whole week. Maybe they are doing something. I don't really know. I don't really know what they're doing with that whole thing. Maybe they are setting up to a Swerve and Ricochet, Shay match at Grand Slam. Maybe they're setting up to Swerve versus Hurt Syndicate. Maybe I don't know what they're setting up to. Setting up something though. I can't really tell you where this Swerve Shay story is kind of going. I can give you a lot of the history. I just can't tell you exactly what's the plan because we haven't seen Shay around Hurt Syndicate anymore. I was assuming that Shay was going to be working with Hurt Syndicate, but that's not happening. So I don't really know what direction we're going in now, to be honest. I hope we're still going in that direction, though, because I think that's the best possible direction for Shay, for Hurt Syndicate as well. Speaking of people that like to hurt people, though, you know, we're talking about, well, not them exactly. Another group that likes to hurt people, Moxley. We got like a little sneak peek of the interview with him and his wife, Renee Paquette. I haven't got to watch the interview yet. I do plan on watching it sometime this week. I was binge watching Solo Leveling today. Man, it's absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. So yeah, I didn't really get to, get into it, but I am going to check this interview out sometime this week. But he did explain why he's not holding the belt out. And I thought that made a lot of sense. I also theorized that, well, let me tell you what he said first. So what he said was basically that why do you need to see the belt? I am the championship, and that he wants to have like a bunch of just little Moxleys running around everywhere, which means a bunch of bald lunatic fringes. I don't know if we need all that. But I think what's going to happen, it would be very, very funny too. I think Jon Moxley does not have the belt anymore. I think he relinquished the belt after winning it from Bryan Danielson. I do not think that man has the belt at all. And I think what he's doing is because so he's hiding it so nobody can see it, but they believe it's in there. So when they wrestle him, they wrestle with like all of their hearts, or even not just him, but like when they wrestle in general now, because they know that the Death Riders are trying to take over, they got to like wrestle to their absolute fullest. So we've seen Daniel Garcia able to get the belt. We've seen Private Party were able to get their belts. We see Hangman Adam Page is kind of, I guess because of Christopher Daniels, but he's kind of having like a new little turn on life. Darby Allin even stepped it up as well. Orange Cassidy stepped it up. Powerhouse Hobbs stepped it up. Jay White stepped it up. Someone that wasn't really stepping up a lot. Who else was in that match? It was Jay White. It was Swerve. I mean, not Swerve. It was Page. It was, Cassidy. Like, we see like a lot of people are stepping up for this belt, or stepping up for the opportunity to get this belt. And I think that was the ultimate goal for Moxley. That's why I think that he does not have the belt anymore, because why would he need the belt? The belt means nothing to him, really. Like he said, this is not a belt that you can win. You can't just win this belt. You have to earn it. But I also think that like the AEW World Championship doesn't really mean much to him if it means saving AEW and fixing, god damn, stupid chair, and fixing what's wrong with AEW. So I think he relinquished it, man. I really think this guy is like a one-day champion. Like we're gonna look at like the record, and it's gonna show one day as the AEW World Champion. Speaking of a guy who's trying to get to the AEW World Championships, Mr. Switchblade Jay White. He had a match with Wheeler Yuta tonight. Like I said, FTR came and saved him. I already talked about this a lot. Pretty good match. It's a pretty good match overall. There were a lot of just good matches tonight. Well, mostly good matches tonight. We did also get a little hint at the return of the Bang Bang Gang, which I'm 100% here for. I just wish that they would just find a different name for it, man. I'm tired of the Bang Bang Gang. Like, it's basically the Bullet Club. Just find some variation of Bullet Club that sounds better than the Bang Bang Gang. I don't know. I'm not really here for it. And then we had after the Jay White stuff, because I talked about it earlier, we had Mariah May come out. She claimed that Tony Storm is dead, that this is all just some kind of act or something like that. And she basically was mocking Tony Storm the entire time. And, I am thoroughly enjoying Mariah May more and more as champion, when she's actually doing something that I really care for. A lot of the other stuff, like where she's just having matches and matches and matches, like great matches, I didn't really care too much for them, though. She was proving that she was the best woman on the planet, like the best woman's wrestler on the planet. Which is weird, because her and Mercedes Moné did not have a match, and her and Mercedes were saying the exact same thing. So I think at some point in time they should have met up together, which is very possible. I mean, if Mariah retains the belt at Grand Slam, goodness gracious, it's very possible that Mercedes and Mariah meet up at some point. And I'm super hyped for that match for Mariah versus Tony Storm. It's just getting better and better. These segments are they're both just killing it with these segments. It's going to be really dang good to see Grand Slam. I'm going to be watching now on the 15th for sure. Speaking of Mercedes, though, I never want to see Mercedes in a match with Yuki Sakazaki. I don't want to see this match anymore, man. I'm sorry. Yuki cannot wrestle, bro. I'm just keeping it in a stack, bro. I might sound like a hater. She can't wrestle. I have never seen a good Yuki match. Even back in 2019, 2020 stuff, I never seen one good match from this woman. Not one. And like, as much as I love seeing Mercedes in the main event, which, because it's an amazing thing to not only see women in the main event, but see Mercedes in the main event, because she is a main event star, I'm tired of seeing Yuki. She trash. She trash, bruh. She gave Mercedes a mid-match. Like, I don't know what the hell she did on the Meteora, but she didn't sell properly, which led to which led to Yuki slamming her head on the damn ground. Then she couldn't do the that magical girl's whatever the hell it is, her little move that she does off the ropes. She couldn't do that. She missed the ropes twice. What was the other one? I think Mercedes even had to like pull up like a few times, because like usually when I see somebody pull their knees up, it's not that soon. But I think Yuki might have slipped again, and Mercedes was a bit worried, so she caught her with her knees, because she got to pull her knees up anyways. Because I've seen Mercedes like pull her knees up before, and it's never that damn soon. It was really early with that one. And then there was another move that she did to Mercedes where she like slammed her on her head almost. Like, I'm just tired of seeing Yuki in a match, bro. I'm for real. I really wanted Queen Aminata to win. I wanted Serena to win. I wanted Deonna to win. Anybody but Yuki, bro. I can't keep watching her wrestle. it's nasty. This is sick work. This is sick ass work. She cannot do it. She can't. And it's like, I don't know why they even gave her the opportunity. I feel like it would have been better to be Serena. It would have been better to be Queen Aminata. I mean, hey, shout out to Mercedes for getting the main event. You know, she defended the TBS title, won once again, 14-0 now. Oh my god, man! Staring at a screen all day is really tiring, man. I swear. Yeah, no, she put on. I mean, you know, she did the best with what she could. It's just, yeah, it was a decent match. I give it about like a 3.5 out of 5. You know, it was just a decent match in my opinion. But I wonder what's next for Mercedes, though. I think it's going to be Harley Cameron, although it's very possible it's not. I think it could be. I think if they have Mercedes face Harley, though, they need to have Mercedes go full-on heel. I think she needs to, if she faces Harley, she needs to, like, destroy her like during the match and then after the match as well, and just try to get as much hate as possible, because she's gonna be the next big heel. Like, I mean, she's gonna be one of the only heels that are left on the roster. So you need somebody for Tony if you do have Tony win. And I think Mercedes needs to be that one that you probably do at All In. I think having her just absolutely annihilate Harley Cameron is going to help her. It's going to help her so much. And I think it's going to be setting up to an absolutely amazing feud between Mercedes and Tony that I think is very much so needed. I like Mercedes versus Mariah, but it's heel versus heel. I really don't care for that one. So, yeah, I think it's very much so needed that we get Mercedes versus Tony this year at All In. I think Mercedes needs to go full-on heel and just annihilate Harley. I guess the only thing right now is if you do have Tony win, I think All In is like in July. So it's February, March, April, May, June. That's 4 months. What do you do with her for the next 4 months? Not really much there. I mean, by June, you're probably building up the All-In match. So I guess what do you do there, though? Like, I guess like those other 3 months, do you have her possibly running back one more time with Mariah May at Revolution? I could see that happening, just to really close that feud off. You usually want to get like 3 matches, not 2 matches. So I could see them doing that. Then that would mean like it's only like the next 2 months. And from there, you kind of could just have like some good ass matches for Tony. Really just, you know, because I don't think she should jump immediately into the Mercedes feud. I think that should waste some time, just so like it looks more believable that Tony may lose. I don't like my issue that I think I said with the Nia Jax match against Rhea Ripley was that it was literally just too soon to where we knew that Rhea was not going to lose. Even if it's on Saturday night's main event, we knew that Rhea was not going to lose. But if it's like 4 or 5 months down the line, you have this match, okay, now there's a chance. Same thing with Tony versus Mercedes. Okay, now there's a chance that Mercedes becomes the AEW Women's Champion. And I could actually see that happening because they probably do want to make her like an official belt collector and not just a mostly belt collector. They probably want to put that AEW Women's Championship on her. And I think if you do that, you have enough faces there aside from Tony that it's going to be like a really good run as well. Now, mind you, you're probably going to repeat some matches with like Chris Statlander and Willow and Jamie. Well, no, we didn't get Jamie Hayter. No, we did not get Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes, so we can still do that. I think, honestly, that should have been the match tonight, or Grand Slam at least, one of the two, because I don't need no damn Yuki Sakazaki, bro. I'm cool off that. But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see where things kind of, you know, go this Saturday, what's going to happen next week, what's going to happen just like within like the following months and stuff like that. It's like with the likes of Mercedes and Tony for sure, because I feel like they're both kind of, Mercedes is running out of opponents. Tony is has no opponents. Serena Deeb is there. You could do a Harley Cameron match if you really want to. I just feel like Serena Deeb is not big enough of a match to do for the AEW Women's Championship. That's my issue with that. Deonna Purrazzo, if you really want to turn her heel, you could do that match. And I think Deonna would do really good for Tony. If you want to turn Queen Aminata heel, you could do that. It's going to be interesting to see where they go. It's going to be interesting to see where they go with that. And like I said, for Mercedes, it's going to be who's next? It's likely got to be Harley, and it likely will be a Grand Slam as well. So you go there, you have Jamie Hayter probably after that, unless you really want to have Harley dethrone Mercedes, which I don't think they would do. Yeah, I don't see them doing that one. I would be very shocked unless they had like Mercedes just win in some like random way. I could see. I mean, not Mercedes. Unless they have like Harley winning by like some like cheap pinup. I mean, cheap roll up, something like that. I could see that happening, but I couldn't see Harley actually beating Mercedes though. Like especially not like in a clean way. Like a roll up, I don't really feel like a clean win. But I don't see them having Harley beat Mercedes because the level of like the ring level difference is just very high. It's like if I face LeBron one-on-one right now, it's just not gonna happen at all. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they go with that. And then I'm assuming Jamie Hayter would be next for Mercedes because I think by then the Julia Hart stuff would be done. Kind of is done now, but I think by then it like by after Grand Slam, it's gonna officially be done. Like whether it's this Saturday, whether it's Dynamite, whether it's Collision, it's done at some point. So I think after that could be Jamie Hayter. That would probably lead to Revolution. It should not be like on like a random Dynamite or a random Collision. I mean, I'm not mad if it is, but I would like to see it. Maybe have like 2 matches. You got like 2 matches, especially if the first match is good. As long as Jamie Hayter ain't doing that 10-year wind-up haterade, man, oh man, if she's doing that, I'm gonna be sad. Yeah, no, I can't deal with that 10-year wind-up. It's so bad in my opinion. It's so awful. I don't wanna. I'm just cool off that 10-year wind-up. So yeah, I think it'll be Mercedes going against Harley at Grand Slam. I think Mercedes will go against Jamie Hayter at some point. And then who's really left? Let me look at the roster real quick. I'm going to answer some of these questions in a minute. Let me look at the roster real quick because we are talking AEW today, so I do want to keep lives AEW. If the questions are AEW related questions, I definitely will answer them while talking, but because it's a couple of these aren't AEW questions, I want to keep those for like at the end. My bad with the mic. What the heck is this? On the women's side of things, we ain't doing another Britt Baker match. I can tell you that right now. I could. Oh my gosh, Harley Cameron, Jamie Hayter. We never got a Camille match, which I could see that match coming at some point, unless she really did get hurt. Which is very possible. She might have really messed her arm up. I could see the Camille match happening, though. I think maybe that's the next match after if Harley Cameron is the next one. I think it could be Camille after that. And then we could get Jamie Hayter. We're not going to get Chris Stanley. Well, Chris Stanley part 3, though. Man, I'm telling you right now, bro, I took a Chris Statlander Mercedes Moné part 3 because the first 2 were 5-star matches. Oh my God. Give me part 3. Give me it, please. That match was those 2 matches were so dang good. Cause yeah, I don't really see anybody after that. Like, I don't know what's happening with Nyla Rose, so you probably aren't gonna bring her back. But if you do bring her back, though, I'd rather have her go against Tony because she's more of a heel anyway than a face. Riho, I don't know what's happening with her. We ain't seen Riho in a long time, man. Ruby Soho, probably not gonna be back anytime soon. I think her husband just came back though, so maybe Ruby does come back soon. Willow, I think you don't do the Willow match unless you're having Willow dethrone Mercedes. So I think the next 2, what happened to Sky Blue? I forgot she was on the damn roster. The hell she been doing, man? Oh my God. So I think like the next few matches for Mercedes would probably be I think the Harley Cameron match is going to be Grand Slam. I think Jamie Hayter is Revolution, or at least leading up to Revolution. I think Camille is somewhere around that time as well. Could even be a triple threat. Camille, Jamie Hayter, and Mercedes Moné. For Tony, I don't know. Like, the only heels I really look at here are, you're not going to go Camille, and she'll probably come back as a face with everything Mercedes did to her. You're probably not going to go Julia Hart yet. I think it might be just a bit too soon for Julia. Deonna Purrazzo, if you want to turn her heel, that could be one. Megan Bayne. Oh, you know what? She actually might face Mercedes. I thought about that. But also, that's another one, though. I think if you're going to have her, I think if Megan or Willow are facing Mercedes, it's because they're going to dethrone Mercedes, which I'm not mad about. But I don't know how long AEW wants that reign to go on for, because I feel like they really want to break Jade Cargill's record. I think they probably want to have one of their people holding that for that long, which I still cannot believe to this day she held it for that many days. Oh my God. Go back and watch some of the matches. They're not good, man. Oh man. I don't know how the heck she got to hold it that long. It was interesting times, though. I will say that. She was interesting. It just wasn't not good matches. But I think Megan Bayne could go against Tony or Mercedes, because she could just kind of be like a super dominant figure. It doesn't really have to be like a face by any means. Like a face or a heel. You could potentially call Red Velvet up. She's someone you could call up as well. Athena's there too. And I do think an Athena Mercedes match is coming at some point, because I have a screenshot of it on my phone of Mercedes saying to Athena, "You're not doing that move on me." I forgot what move it was. And then Athena said, "Let's see." So I think that match might be happening at some point this year. Don't hold me to it, Don't shoot the reporter, all right? I'm just saying. I seen what I seen in the Instagram comment section. I think it's going to happen. And I did call that Bayley Roxanne was going to happen. I said, because Roxanne said she wanted to wrestle Bayley, that she wanted to get one-on-one with Bayley. So I could see the potential of Athena and Mercedes happening. I don't know if Mercedes dethroned Athena. I don't know if Athena dethroned Mercedes. I don't know if it's even for Athena's belt. I don't know. I don't think we're going to have him take the Ring of Honor belt as well. That'll be doing way too much now. The AEW Women's Championship, yes. Ring of Honor Championship, nah. That should have been like one of the first belts if you were going to do that. So, yeah, I don't really... Tony doesn't really have anybody. Thunder Rosa... Like, this is the hard part about if you put that belt back on Tony. There's nobody there for her to be a heel against. I mean, for her to be a face against. There's just nothing, man. I don't know. Answer a few of these comments. Ilya should win King of the Ring. A bit too soon, in my opinion. Do you think Jordynne Grace is winning the Rumble? Hell no. I got Charlotte Flair winning the Rumble. Jordynne Grace is just too soon as well. It's just too soon. Is this like an MMA fighter? Layla Hirsch? I think it might be an MMA fighter. Who the hell is Madison Rain? I ain't never seen you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which way you go for Tony. I mean, I guess even Mariah, who do you have? You gotta have Mariah or Mercedes, one of them, drop the belt. Because they're running out of opponents. That's like, I think one of the issues with AEW is that because they kind of like, they do everything on like a week-to-week thing. I mean, not a week-to-week thing, week-to-week thing. A lot of their pay-per-views are like almost every 2 weeks. And it's like almost every 2 weeks. Sometimes it'll be like 3 weeks. Sometimes it will be a month. But I know like later in the year, like especially like around last year, a lot of them were like damn near every 2 weeks. It's a issue of you start running out of challengers, or not even just like pay-per-views, but like specials, like Winter is Coming. There's another big one that happened last year. Forgot what it was called. But because you have a lot of these happening, you kind of run out of opponents very quick. So it's harder to have long reigns with your champions. Like I said, you can run back Mercedes Chris, though, for sure. I think everybody would want to see that. You could run back Mercedes versus Hikaru. Everybody wants to see that as well. Like, there are a lot of running them back matches you could have that I'm not even mad about, especially because you spaced them out pretty well. So if we do get Chris, I think, honestly, instead of doing Mercedes versus Chris, though, part 3, or Mercedes versus Hikaru part 2 or 3, whatever it is, you could do Mercedes versus Chris versus Hikaru. And I would not be mad at that at all. If you're telling me I'm going to get all 3 of them in the ring instead of just getting a part 3 to both of those, I'm fine with that. I mean, it's basically a part 3 in a sense. And that'd be a really damn good match, man. It would be so good, especially because Mercedes and Chris just have so much chemistry. Mercedes and Hikaru have a lot of chemistry. Hikaru and Chris. That's that Mercedes and Chris? Yeah. Hikaru and Chris have a lot of chemistry as well. Now, obviously, it always is a thing of, will it work in a triple threat? Because we've seen people have really great chemistry, really great chemistry, and then it just sometimes doesn't work out in the triple threat. There is always that, but I think it'll do pretty well. Honestly, I think that could definitely steal a show. I think that match right there could 1,000% steal a show. Yeah, I don't really see anything after that. I have to believe that Mercedes, man, that creative control that Mercedes got is going crazy, because her picture looks like the best picture here. It looked like they shot that on the best camera, man. Even Mariah's picture don't look that great. And you know what? Nah, Willow's picture looks pretty good. Hey, man, shout out to all my black folk, man, because they all got great pictures on here, man. Red Velvet, Queen Aminata, Willow, Mercedes, Kiara Hogan. What the hell? Now, that last name, there ain't no way you telling me Hulk Hogan got a black daughter. There ain't no fuck. How many motherfuckers got the last name Hogan? Obviously, we know that's not. It's like her real last. I mean, it might be her real last name. Let me check. That her real last name? I don't know if it's her real last name or not. I don't think it is. No, that's her real name. What the hell? Is Hulk Hogan's last name really Hulk Hogan? I'm being honest, by the way. I don't know Hulk Hogan's last name. This is something I never looked up in my life. She's currently in AEW, though. No, my bad. Oh, no, she's in AEW and Ring of Honor. She's more Ring of Honor right now. I've never seen her. I haven't seen anything of her, so I can't really speak too much on her. I like her with the blue hair, though. The blue hair was cold. Yeah, that blue hair was cold as hell. Why you not get the blue hair back? All white, the blue and the purple and the red and the violet. That shit look fire as hell. She's a face right now. Should be a perfect match for Mercedes. Her finisher is Face the Music, a fisherman neck breaker. Face the Music. Oh, so she got like a little music thing going on. She is a 2 Impacts Knockout Tag Team Champion with Tasha Steelz. Women's Superstar Uncensored. 1 WSU Spirit Championship. 1 RCW Women's Championship. 1 Woman of Wrestling. Oh, she's in the thing that AJ Lee had. Or she was in the thing that AJ Lee had. She's an intergender champion. You know what, man? Let me see her. She was in a group called The Baddies with Jade Cargill, Layla Gray, and Red Velvet. Then she was in Fire and Flavor. I think she's in Fire and Flavor, right? No, she was in Fire and Flavor. And then not Booty Call. Oh no! What is this tag team? That's a crazy name, man. Hey, some folk be on these independent scenes doing some sick shit, man. Booty Call is a crazy tag team name. Oh my god, bro. That's sick. Yeah, there's just not much here for either of them to go up against. Hey baby. I don't know, man. I think I don't know. Yeah, there's not much for Mercedes or Tony to go up against if you do have Tony win the belt. Again, if you have Tony win. If you don't have Tony win, it's still Mariah. There's not much for Mariah to go up against either, though, because she kind of beat everybody. Like, it's literally going to have to just be a Mercedes match at some point. I don't think you're doing that one at Revolution. Mercedes, Mariah, especially with belt collector Mercedes and your AEW Women's Champion Mariah, you're not doing that at Revolution. That's like an all-in match right there. I don't know. Maybe you bring Sky Blue back. Maybe you use her for once. I don't know. What the hell happened to Sky Blue? Is she injured? She's got to be injured. She's only 25. Sky Dolecki? The hell? Okay. All that last name. She's not in Ring of Honor. She's not in the independent scene. Or wait, no, she's not in indie wrestling something. She's not in. No, I don't know what the hell happened to Sky Blue. She gotta be injured, right? Code Blue, Leg Trap, Sunset, Flip, Powerbomb. That's a long ass fucking name. I don't open my Funko Pops. Leg Trap, Sunset. What in the Minato Namikaze is going on with this damn name? Choke. That's a crazy name for a song, but okay. She's in a tag team with Julia Hart. I hate some of the women's tag teams names. It's literally just both of their names put together. She was in a women's tag team with Julia Hart last year. What the hell? Is she hurt? I just don't open them. It's just my personal preference. Sky Blue. Is she injured? AEW Sky Blue. Oh, well, first thing that came up was a Sky Blue injury. So there we go. Injury. Not Instagram. I said injury. Injury. Why hasn't Sky Blue been seen on AEW? Explain. Bad. There we go. Right there. AEW has a number of truly great up-and-coming stars. They really do, man. AEW has a lot of young wrestling stars within the women's division that look really phenomenal. Sky Blue has some things to work on. She got injured in a match with Hikaru Shida. She broke her ankle. She's challenging Mercedes for the TBS Championship. Well, shit, never mind. Can't have that one. I forgot that match even happened. Yeah, nah. So, I'll say that real quick. AEW has a lot of great, phenomenal young women talent. I wish they would get a lot more younger dude talent as well. I feel like a lot of the dudes in the division are a bit, and like they're like older 30s and stuff. So it's like they don't really have a lot of time to like fully develop anymore and like rework characters and all that. Because I think like what Rio's only. She is 27. Mariah can't be over 30, can she? She's 26. Tony Storm's got to be like early 30s at most. 29. Got a lot of young talent. Willow's only in her 30s. I think she's only 31. 31, because I remember last time we looked that up. Hikaru's what, like... Hikaru's mid-30s? I thought she was a lot younger than that. Jamie Hayter's got to be in her 30s. 29. They got a lot of young talent. Harley Cameron got to be like in her 30s. I ain't gonna hold y'all on that one. Okay, I kind of figured she was in her 30s. I kind of figured. Chris Statlander's probably 30 as well. 29. They got a lot of talent there that can really go for the next like 7-8 years, to be honest. If they just the problem is they kind of like run through they run through their Deonna Purrazzo's 30. Why am I surprised by that? Damn, she's been everywhere. My goodness. I forgot she was even in WWE, to be honest. They just got to stop running through everybody is the issue. They run through the rosters real quick, and then they just they run through their division real quick. Then there's nobody for the champion to face, so you really got to like run it back if you want a long championship run, or you just gotta, or you just give it to somebody, kind of just do whatever. How many more Funko Pops do you want? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I don't really have like a idea of how many more I want. Kind of just get them as I get them. I don't really have like, it's kind of like the same thing like with mangas and stuff. I kind of just get them as I get them. I don't really have like a goal. Oh, Megan Bain's another one too. She's only 26. Bro, this roster is stacked with younger talent that has like, even Mercedes right now is only 33. Like, this roster is stacked with younger talent to where you got the next 10 years. You have like the next 10 years with a lot of these women. And I think by the end of it, like, this is my estimations for a lot of these women. I think Mariah May is probably going to end her career 3 to 4 times. 3 to 4 time AEW Women's Champion. Might get even more than that. Like, realistically, I think all of these women that I just named, so Mariah, Jamie, Julia, Not Harley Cameron. Chris Statlander, Megan Bain, Mercedes, Riho, Tony Storm, Willow, Red Velvet. I gotta see a bit more of. Like, they should all have at least 3 to 4 women's championships by the time they're done. Harley Cameron should get like one, either that one or the TBS title, but they gotta at least get 3 to 4 of them. Like, cause what? Britt Baker's a 3-time, right? Ain't she a 3-time freaking AEW women's champion? No, she's a 1-time. Why did I think she was a 3-time? Oh God, I'm glad she's not. Yeah, like, they gotta get at least a 3-time. Are they from Amazon? Most of them are from GameStop. Yeah, most of them are from GameStop. I've recently got a couple from Ross, but most of them are from GameStop. They gotta just, it's got to be 3 or 4 for each of these women, and there is a TBS title there too, so you want to shout out to that one too. But they got to get at least 3 to 4 AEW Women's Championships each, not like combined amongst them each. There's just too much talent there, especially Chris Statlander. She's got to be at least. She got to be probably near the top, because Chris Statlander gives a lot of these women their best matches. She gives Mercedes, she gave Mercedes her best matches. She gave Willow her best matches. Like, she's got to be near the top. She's really got to be near the top. It's for, like, she's probably got to get at least 4. She's probably got to get at least 4. I don't know who the heck Lila Gray is. I've never heard of her before. Is she even in? Okay, she's more in the independent scene. I mean, she's in AEW as well, but she's more in the independent scene right now. Okay, that makes sense. I was about to say, I've never seen her. I think Rio's got to get back in that women's championship picture too. She's probably got to get back in it too, to be honest. She's really dang good. I don't know what's going on with her. I know she was injured at one point. I don't know if she's still injured or what's happening now. I would like to see her back though, because she's really dang good. Like I said a few days ago, something like that. I started watching a lot of AEW on HBO Max, a lot of the 2019 stuff, and she's really, really dang good, man. I knew Rio was good because she was trained by Kenny Omega, and I seen one match from her, so I was like, okay, yeah, I know this woman is good off this one match, but man, I gotta see more from her. Not Nyla Rose is 42. God damn. I ain't know she was 42. The hell? She's currently in Ring of Honor right now. I did not know that. Okay, I'm going to ask this question. How old is Mother Wayne? Before I look at the number, is she 50? They ain't even got an age for her. I think she's 50. Only reason I think she's 50 is because Christian's like damn near 60. And every time I see Mother Wayne next to Christian still look younger. I just hate Mother Wayne, man. She be annoying the shit out of me every time I see her, I swear. Got an annoying ass voice too. You have an orange and white one? I mean, I have ones that have orange and white on them. Who is this? I've never seen Trish Adora before. She in Ring of Honor? Ring of Honor. Oh, Ring of Honor in the indie scene as well. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with those two, though. I think those two have, like, the weirdest path right now as far as Mercedes and Tony, because we know they're going to meet up at some point. I don't know what's going to happen with them, I guess you could say. I mean, like along the way. The men's side of things, it feels like it's pretty much just there. I think it's pretty much set in stone, like what's going to happen. We know eventually Darby's going to dethrone Moxley. The next Moxley matches are probably going to be Moxley Jay White, Moxley Cope, Moxley versus either Swerve or Hangman or Will. I guess the international scene is kind of... Oh, no, it's Kenny. Kenny's going to face Takeshita at some point. Okada's the weird one, I guess, because you don't... Like, we know Okada's facing Will. We just don't know what Okada's doing until then. But then again, to be fair, Okada don't ever be in a damn AEW. This man be in New Japan 99% of the time. So I really don't know what the hell's happening with Okada. And same thing for Takeshita as well. A lot of they used to be in New Japan a lot of times. Tag team wise, I don't know what the hell's happening with them. I don't know who goes next. I don't know. It's not Private Party, I'll tell you that. Them boys got squashed. Maybe they do the Bang Bang Gang. Probably not though. Because you're bringing them back right now. I don't think you want to get them, I don't think you want them to get beat so quick. You could go the Outrunners. You could go FTR. But I think with FTR right now getting a lot more hype, you probably don't want them to go against the Hurt Syndicate because you probably want them to beat the Hurt Syndicate, I would feel at least. At least I would feel like you'd want them to win. Because then, you can finally get I guess then again, maybe you want FTR to stay away from the Hurt Syndicate, though, and just continue with this Death Rider stuff. So at least it keeps a tag team going against them, unlike Private Party, who just left the name group. I mean, left the whole thing. So maybe you don't want FTR going against the tag titles. Yeah, no, I take that back. You don't want them going for them. Maybe the Outrunners or something like that will be next. I don't know if I want the Outrunners, though. I think I'm fine off that. Maybe you go the Hounds of Hell, but do you really want to put Buddy Matthews and Brody King in a tag match against the Hurt Syndicate right now? No, we want them to win. I think them and FTR, you got to keep away from Hurt Syndicate because you want one of those two groups to dethrone Hurt Syndicate. So you don't want them to go up against them now because they're not dethroning them now. Because if you have it happen this soon, what the heck? What the hell is the point of having the Hurt Syndicate win the belts from Private Party? You might as well have one of those two win from Private Party. Damn, I really don't know what you do then. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where you go with that. You're not gonna have the conglomeration. You're not gonna have Dark Order. I forgot these boys are even still around. You're not definitely having the Death Riders do it. Claudio looks weird in his picture. Nobody from the Don Callis family is doing that because then it just creates a tension with them. Why are the Elite still even labeled as a team on the AEW official site? That's weird. You could have Gates of Agony. I'm surprised WWE did not pick up Toa Leona. You could have Grizzled Young Veterans. You're not the FTR now. You're the Guns. No, I already said why. No, Heat. Hell no. Hounds of Hell. Yeah, you just can't do it right now. Ew. Some of these tag teams is these tag teams is ass, man. Oh my, what are these tag teams, bruh? There's like when you take away Hurt Syndicate, Private Party, FTR, take away the Sons of Texas as well. Man, there ain't shit here. You're not doing. You probably do Top Flight versus Hurt Syndicate. You probably just build up a couple of wins for them, real quick. So you could probably do not Private Party. You could do Top Flight. You could do Shane Taylor Promotions if you wanted to. You could do the Patriarchy, the Outrunners. Yeah, you probably get rid of the Outrunners. You get rid of Top Flight. Yeah, you probably got to get rid of some of these teams real quick first. Leo Rush and Action Andretti. Maybe the Learning Tree you take out. I don't know. You take them out. Why not? Yeah, there's just not much there, man. A lot of these tag teams got to go, bruh. Because, the last ones, I think it should probably go for, the last ones. I think you're not going to have Young Bucks there. It doesn't make any sense. Hounds of Hell probably dethrone the Hurt Syndicate. I would assume, at least. FTR is probably one of the last ones to face them. Private Party will probably get another match against them. You throw Undisputed Kingdom somewhere in there, I think. Maybe throw them in Maybe you go Undisputed Kingdom and FTR versus the Hurt Syndicate. You also want to get rid of the Dark Order as well. Maybe even throw like the Bang Bang Gang in there. Well, I guess they are called Bullet Club Gold. They actually are called that. It says / Bang Bang Gang. So maybe you throw them in there as well, just to kind of get rid of that, and then you go with the Hounds of Hell last as like the last remaining group to really take them down, kind of build them back up. Maybe you could go that way. Maybe. I don't know. There's not a lot of good tag teams here. I said before though, American tag team wrestling in general is just shit. It's just shit now, man. They kind of just ruined all of it. But yeah, with that, go ahead and hop off of here tonight. You know, it's a pretty fun little night chatting with y'all about some AEW. If you ain't checked out any of the videos on the channel, make sure you do check them out. I do got more AEW videos. I got some AEW videos, not more AEW videos. I got some more AEW videos coming in the future as well. We are going to be hopefully recapping Collision as long as I can go live that day. We got to see if anything comes up that day. I should also be recapping Friday Night SmackDown as well this Friday, obviously, as the day comes on, because it's called Friday Night SmackDown. So, yeah. For now, though, y'all have a great one. It was fun chilling with y'all for a while. Peace out, y'all. Have a great day.